Good day, everyone. Good day, good day, good day. My fans, you guys on Instagram. Everybody wants to be on Instagram. Let's try Facebook today. Let's try. Like most of you suggested. Let's try Facebook today and see what happens. So, oh my. Okay, I think one person has joined. Please, if you can hear me, can you use the comment section? I think I have more of followers that love Instagram. Yes, you can. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like most of my followers, they don't want to come to YouTube. But today, we're going to do something on YouTube. We are going to be doing something on YouTube today. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this person knows me. Sheung. This is Sheung. Oh, Sheung. Good to know you're also a Ladokite. Good to know. Thank you for those that are just joining. Okay, so for context, this is my very first live on YouTube. I'm an Instagram person. Most of you, I'm sure, most of you must have found my page on Instagram. But today we want to do it differently because most of you have suggested, oh, why not come to YouTube? Why not go to TikTok? Blah 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 blah. Why not go to Facebook? So I'm here and we have something very important to discuss today, but I will try to see if we can wait for a few minutes. We are already few minutes behind time. For those of you that are here, where are you joining me from? Did you find me out on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok? And from which city, if I may ask? So please drop it in the comment section while we wait for more people. Um, because I know if it's Instagram that this live is taking place, the whole chat will be filled up by now. But we can't just be on one platform. We need to, try the other platforms too. So if there's anybody, Instagram, Oshogbo, yeah, this person knows me. This person knows me very well. I've seen nothing. You found me out on Instagram, joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to use these questions to buy time because you found me out on IG. Yeah, I know that if I take this to IG, by now we'll be over 200. But one thing I want to do this year is to try other platforms that most of my followers are suggesting. I'm someone that listens to my community, and my community members are like, come to Facebook and all that. So I don't want to go into too much story. Let's go straight into the point of the day. Who knows why we are here? Who knows what we want to discuss today on this live stream? The flyer is on my page on Instagram. I've talked about it a lot, and I'm sure that's why you've joined. Most of you just followed me, I think yesterday night. I think my own yesterday night, because right now I'm in the morning. Here in British Columbia. Rcip. Yeah, this person actually came from Instagram. I can see my Instagram people. Yeah, Instagram. So, yeah, let's get to it. So now, I think I don't want to wait more. People will see the replay, and I'm sure they will be able to watch and also take action where need be. Okay, So let's go straight to the point. So we want to talk about RCIP today. And RCIP in full, it means Rural Community Immigration Pilots. It is one of the many streams of coming to Canada. It is one of the many streams to getting PR as both a foreigner outside of Canada and a temporary visa holder in Canada. RCIP will give you work permits, 2 years work permits, and will give you PR like over some months or thereabouts. So it is one of those pathways you want to look into when it comes to if Canada is one of your dream countries, you want to really look into RCIP. Most of you following me on Instagram will you know my story. You know that I came into Canada through the RNIP, Rural Northern Immigration Pilot, which is just like a sister to RCIP. I tell people that RCIP and RNIP, the only difference is the second letters, N and C. So the modalities, the way it works, everything is actually very, very similar. So why I'm able to speak to RCIP very well is because I also came in to Canada through a program that is very close to RCIP. So now a few things you need to know, because I'm going to start this um like a beginner friendly format, because I know some of you are hearing this for the first time, and those that have had this and maybe you joined for a particular session of this, then you catch us along the line as we go. So for those that are just joining us, hearing RCIP for the first time, I've defined what RCIP is. I've given us like a little background, what it means and all that. So let's break it down. So RCIP, things you need to know. So at this junction, for those of you that know me very well on Instagram, you know that anytime I go live, I ask you to get your pen, to get your jotter, because I also have my own pen, I have my own jotter. Okay, so you have your pen, you have your jotter, because you're going to have a lot of gold mine that you're going to take home today. And I promise you, should I use promise? I want to tell you that if you go home with the things you will learn from here today, you are going to make progress even on your own. You don't need an agent, you don't need to pay anybody. You'll be able to do these things yourself. Okay, so for RCIP, 14 different communities in Canada are participating in RCIP, and I think I have made a post already on my page. To make this easy, I have made a post on my page listing the 14 communities. So if you've been on my page, you've seen these communities, can we mention some of them? I want this to be interactive. I don't want it to be that, oh, Tony is just talking and talking and talking and talking. And by the way, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Tony Owade. I create content around relocation and thriving abroad. I currently moved from Nigeria to the UK, and moved from the UK to Canada on a work permit and permanent residence. So welcome to my world. I have mentioned the 14 communities that are participating in RCIP. Can we mention one, two, three, four of them, so I know that we are on the same page? I love an interactive class. It's a class anyway. It's a class. It's a class. Yes, let's take it as a class. So on YouTube, I say YouTube. On Instagram, we interact, you drop things in the comment section. So please, can somebody, two people, three people, just give me one or two or three, and we are good to go, so that we can go fast. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. Everything I want to tell you is just give you the points, and you run with them to find solutions to how you can get the job, how you can get everything, the designated employers. Is anybody going to help us, or nobody knows any of the communities? Nobody. Okay, that would be an assignment for us. That's an assignment for us, actually, because if you are coming here, I've given some heads up on my page, and I think that even before attending the class, you should like know one or two things about RCIP. So 14 communities participating, and most of these communities are rural communities. Okay, somebody saying what city in Nova Scotia? Yes, yes, Nova Scotia is participating, Manitoba is participating, SK is participating. Is a long name, I just call it SK. BC, my province where I live, is also, yeah, good. This person knows her onions or his onions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I can see that at least the people I'm talking to are people that have gone, or to do one or two researches themselves. And thumbs up, well done. It means you are ready. Okay, 14 communities are participating, and the good thing you should know that these communities are rural communities. And what should you not be that's good. What should you know about these rural communities? One thing you should know is the population in the rural communities. Number one, the population is not so big like those people living in the big cities, Vancouver and all those big cities. Okay, so Canada government is looking for a way to make sure that they populate these areas that are not populated. So those rural areas are mostly places that the population is between like 2,000 people, 2004, 25. The numbers are not so much. So they're actually looking for people, because I see people come to my comment section and say, oh, Canada is this, is that. No, most of the rural areas that the government is looking to fill up has low population. So that's one thing you should know, that the low population, they want to fill it up. Number two, they want to bring in skilled workers, to this rural area, so that they can grow it, they can grow the economy and everything. And that is why RCIP is attached to you getting a job. Okay, they want you to come and build the particular community that you are coming to. Okay, that's why you won't see Toronto on the list. Okay, they believe those places are already filled up, so they now take you to, like, I won't call it the villages because they are not villages, but take you to the rural areas of all those provinces. Okay, another thing that you should know is these communities have age population. Okay, so Canada is saying you come, to this community and build it up. And that's why you see them RCIP. With RCIP, you can come with your family. So those are some facts that you should know, beforehand. Now, other things you should know that are very important is the eligibility criteria, which most of you have asked that I talk about on Instagram. What will make you eligible? What are those things you need to put in place for you to know that, oh, I am actually eligible for RCIP? Number one is this, that you must have 1,560 hours full-time job in the last 3 years. Okay, that's equivalent of, you must have been working in that field for 1 year. Okay, you are eligible. That's number one. Number two, you must evaluate your your education, your credentials. And I tell people, don't do the mistake I did during my own application. I went ahead to submit evaluation for my BSc, and already had an MSc in the UK. So my application was sent back. So I want you to learn from my mistake. So when you are doing your WES evaluation, make sure that you are doing the highest qualification that you have. Okay, so you need that. Another thing you need is your test of English, which can be your CELPIP or your IELTS or your PTE. Okay, now one thing you should know about this is the grade that you need, or the cutoff, or whatever you want to call it, that you need, is not as high as what you need if you were to be going for an express entry pool. All you need is just a band 4, like, minimum. That's all you need. Okay, so that means that if you have a band 5, you have a band 6, 7, you are good to go. Okay, like I use myself as an example always. I used a band 6 for my RNIP, and I remember when I posted it, people were like, Are you kidding? And I said, yes. Even my band 6 overall, I still had 5.5 in one of the categories. I think it's reading or writing. I can't remember. So when you don't know all these things, you will just be struggling like, oh, does it mean that I've heard of somebody that has written IELTS like 6 7 times? What are you? I just wonder, and what exactly is the person looking for? If the person has clarity of the fact that um there are other streams to relocate to Canada, I think the person will just, by the time you write the first, second, max, you write the third, you'll be able to use your certificate. So it's very important. Another thing you can have is your use of French. For those of you that have started Bonjour, Mademoiselle, you can present that, and that will really help you. It can. There are some communities in doing RCIP that are putting, giving priority to those that, yes, I know job is the problem, but we'll go to that. I'm starting from scratch because we have people here that are also hearing it for the very first time. So it's me carrying everybody along. So if you've passed this stage that I'm talking about, just hold on until I get to your own stage. So if you have TEF, very good. Some of the communities are looking for people that can speak French. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. Another very important part that people miss is the proof of fund. People think that RCIP doesn't need you to have proof of fund at the point of your visa. I'm here to tell you, this day, this morning, evening or night, wherever you are watching me from, that with RCIP, you also need proof of fund. And if you go to the Canadian website, you will definitely see a table that explains every amount each family needs. A family of one, family of two, and all numbers, even up to I think 6 7 or thereabout. So it's very important that you go ahead and check all these things. I hope I've not missed any of the eligibility. And the most important one is that you must get a job from a designated employer. And I know that that is one thing that has brought most of you here today, and I am going to break that down. So I'm sure that up to this stage, most of you have gotten the gist of like a summary or an overview of what RCIP entails. Very important. Now let's look at, how do I get this job? How do I get this job? How do I get the how do I know where the okay, I will link it either in the comment section here or maybe on Instagram, on one of my platform. I'll talk about the POF that you need for RCIP. Okay, so now let's go to the main issue that is like pinching everybody that has heard about RCIP. And this is how to find the designated employers. And I want to tell you this morning that is looking for the designated employers is right there on the Canadian government website. They're actually not hiding it. That's why I tell people on Instagram that everything you need to know about RCIP is right there on the government website. But I noticed that the major problem is people don't know how to navigate this particular website, especially most of the 14 different each of the rural communities have their own website. So when you go there, it looks cumbersome. Oh, how am I going to see the designated employer? I had a clarity session with somebody yesterday, and we went to one of the communities, and I showed her a list of over 200. She was like, you mean this list is right here on this website? And I'm like, yes. The government is not hiding it. They want you to see that these are the people that are actually employing. It's there. Okay, so let's take, for example, I decide that I'm going to use BC as example because I live in BC. And you know that the North Okanagan is part of the communities. I'll go to their websites. I hope we all know how to get their websites. If you don't know, state it so that I will know the content I'm creating next, because I'm not sharing my screen here. Oh, yes, good. You know how to get them. Now, when you get to the website, where most of you make mistake is you just go to the website and treat it like an ordinary website. No, when you get to the website, I tell people, play around. Play around those websites. I found some of the Nigerian designated employer, found some of them. That's good, very good. That's very good. Okay, so you go to those websites. For those that don't know how to navigate the website, you go to the website, play around every of the menu on that website. Each of them carries what you are looking for. So for example, let's look at um which one did I say I'm going to use an example? The one in BC. When you get to their website, you will see section for employers, you will see section for applicants. Okay, don't say, oh, I'm not an employer, so the side of the employer doesn't concern me. It concerns you, because that is actually one of the places where you will find designated employers. And when you find these designated employers, when you click it, different. I'm not sharing screen. If I was sharing screen, would have gone ahead to even look and even apply for maybe one person on this live stream, but I'm not sharing my screen. I'm just going to tell you what to do. So when you get to this website, make sure you navigate through the side for the employers, and you also navigate through the side for applicants. Okay, so let's say you've gotten to the site for employers. You will see all the employers that are designated to employ people. It is worthy of note for you to know that it is not all employers. Okay, so don't allow anybody to scam you, don't allow anybody to cheat you. It is not all employers in that community that is doing what, that is going to be a designated employer. They've taken exam, they've done a lot of things, they've gone through a lot, for them to be able to get to that stage of being able to designate and recruit people. So you want to look for that list. Some of them are like 500. I think BC has over 300. Some communities a lot. So when people say, oh, we are not seeing the employers, I'm like, what, where are you looking at exactly? They are all there on the website. So let's say, for example, I've gone to the one for BC, and um I want to target healthcare. Let's say I have experience in the healthcare, and I want to target the healthcare. Okay, I'll go to the healthcare. When I get to the designated employers, I'll pick the names, because the names are there. I'll pick the name that speaks to somebody that is doing healthcare. The names are there for manufacturing, for construction, engineering, administrative. You don't know how to get to the website. Okay. I think I will need to, maybe do a screen record or something. For those of you that don't know how to get to the website, there's no problem about that. Maybe after this live stream, I'll still put it on my page on Instagram, or do a video that will show how you can navigate the website. Okay, so let's continue. For those of you that have gotten to this stage, so let me say I have the healthcare experience, and I get to BC, the rural area in BC, and I get to their website. Okay, and I'm seeing that company ABC is sponsoring for healthcare. One thing I also want you to note that is making lots of people to struggle is their NOC. Most of you are using the NOC, or the job description of the country you are coming from, to look for the job description in Canada. It doesn't work that way. You have to use the NOC of Canada for you to be able to get the job description they are looking for. And the CV you are going to use to apply for that job must also carry the job description that job is speaking to. Very important. If you fail it at that point, you are really getting a job is going to be a big struggle. So you want to make sure that your NOC, job description of that NOC, speaks to whatever you want to present in both your CV or resume or your cover letter. Please take note of that. Very, very important. So let's say I've seen a company ABC that when I went through whatever the category they are, I see that they are in healthcare. And let's say I'm an healthcare worker and I want to approach them. What do? I pick up that company, pick up their name. Me, I'm a bit old school. I'll use my pen and my jotter. I'll write all their names down, because when you go to these rural areas, you will see that it's not just one person that is recruiting for healthcare. They might be three, they might be five, and all that, you know. And let me also mention here that each rural community is given like a slot. Let me use the word slot. Like, okay, under healthcare, we can allow you to employ only 5 people. Under manufacturing, we can allow you to employ only 6 people. So why am I telling you this particular silent point? I'm telling you this to know that the competition is very, very high, and you don't want to even play small in your application. So let me say I've gotten the particular company, ABC company, and they are recruiting for healthcare, auxiliary nurses, support worker, community support worker. What will I do? I'll pick their name up and I'll take their name to different job boards. This morning before this live, one of my mentees that had a clarity session with me was telling me that, oh, I saw some of the rural communities, I saw they have openings on Indeed. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Because when you do clarity call with me, I give you assignments. Yes, these things, you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. All you need is somebody to point it to you that do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. And somebody that will say, oh, you're not doing it well, do it like this. Okay. So she went to Indeed, did it the way I'm explaining to you people now. She got their name, went to different job boards, and she found out some of them are recruiting. So the good news for 2026 is that most of them have resumed back. Those of you that were following Rcip back to back in 2025, you will notice that even from October, November, most of them closed, because the volume of intake they got, I think it was beyond them. So if you just go to their website, you hear we are closed for 2025, closed for 2025. But the good news, which I also shared on my page, is that most of them have resumed back for 2026. So you want to be among the early birds, those that will start pursuing it now, not when everywhere is full. For example, some of them are starting on March 1. Some of them are starting, in fact, some of them are starting, there's a particular community that the designated employers are having like a meeting today. It's right there on the website. It's not like manufacturing it from anywhere. It is right there on the website. So you want to marry that website, sit with it, research. Everything you need to know is on that website. Okay, for those that don't know how to get to those websites, I'll probably make a post, because I noticed that all my posts this week has been RCIP, because lots of questions on RCIP. I'm ready to make them for you people to be clear, and I want to see you win. I want to see you applying and everything. So you've gone to job boards. You've seen, like that my mentee now, you've seen that this particular company is doing what? Recruiting. What will you do next? You have to put your CV to be in Canadian standard. Okay, Canada CV should not be more than 2 pages. By the time you are putting your local government area, your marital status, your whatever, you're already missing it. 2 pages, I mean to call it 2 pages. It mustn't be more than that. By the time you are going to your third page, you are writing a CV for Nigeria. You are not writing it for Canada. So you want to look at that. And your cover letter should also speak to your skills and why they should hire you. Like when I started, I said RCIP is also for people that are inside Canada. Okay, maybe students that just graduated, people that came with temporary work visa. They are all fighting for this position. So I know that most of you on this live stream are for, maybe you want to come in from Nigeria, from the UK, from whichever country you are watching me from. You are competing with A lot. And when I say a lot, when you come into Canada, there are a lot of temporary workers that wants to transition into their PR. So you are competing with these people. So it means that whatever application you are going to put in, you must put in something irresistible, something that the employer will see and say, ah, no, I want to meet this person. That was what happened in my own case. When during my interview, for those that know my story, I always say it. During my interview, my interviewer said, your CV already spoke to us the kind of person you are. Booking an interview with you was for us to see the person that actually owns this CV. Okay? So that is the kind of CV you want to present. The CV that will show them that this is me, not a generic CV. Yes, everybody is using AI. AI is very good. But I want to tell you, when you are looking for job across borders, you just don't want to submit any kind of CV. You don't want to submit any kind of CV. So your CV will either make or destroy everything in this application. Why am I saying this? You already have access to the employers. You have access to the employers. You having wider access to the employer depends on how creative and how research oriented you are. Do you just want to sit on job boards? What other places do you think you can find these recruiters? Yes? Is there anybody that will use the comment section to tell us? If my mentees are here, those one will put it. But let's say you are doing this on your own. You are not even watching any YouTube, you are not watching any live stream, and you have stumbled on a PDF that contains all the designated employer in those rural areas. How are you going to find a job? How will you approach them? Where will you find them? Can we use the comment section? So it's not like, oh, Tony is just, talking. How do you think? What do you think? And how do you think you will find them? Yes, I've talked about Indeed now. I've mentioned somebody reaching out to me this morning. In fact, I was listening to the best person's voice note while I was setting up my light and everything. Okay, so I want to hear from you people. If anybody will use the comment section, let's say you don't need to watch YouTube, you don't need to ask anybody, just your creative sense, your creative mind. How will you make use of that PDF that has all the names of the designated employers? I want to hear from us. I hope I'm not too fast. Please use the comment section. I will go to Canada Job Bank. I'll go to their individual website. Excellent. Somebody said yes, some communities have started recruiting. God bless you, because somebody came to fight me under my comment section saying, yeah, go and verify what you are saying. You people, because you people want to create content. See, that's why I'm not on YouTube. This is my very first not so perfect YouTube kind of. And this is how I'm actually going to post it. I'm not going to edit anything, okay? Somebody came under my comment section on Instagram. I'm an Instagram person. No community is resuming. No, this one is that. I'm like, is it that people don't research? Is it that people don't read and all that? But here somebody is already telling us that, yes, some of them are recruiting already. And this is your chance now that you are hearing it. You are hearing it, they are recruiting already. Position yourself. Somebody just mentioned now, he said go to their I can't remember what you said, but what you said was very, very good. That was a good point you mentioned there. Okay, don't job bank. Yes, you mentioned job bank. Okay, go to different places that they will advertise these jobs. You've known the name, so you have something guiding you already. You know what you are going to look for. It's not like you are just going random, just going random. You are not going random. Okay, LinkedIn, excellent. I love the set of people that are on this live. Excellent. On LinkedIn, go to Canada Job Bank, go to Indeed.ca, lots of places where you can find these people. And let me shock you, I keep this for those that are my mentees. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Facebook groups. You will even see the employer saying, oh, I need this, I need that. And Facebook looks more family oriented. You can enter the person's what do they call it, the person's, is it DM, I'll call it now, or the person's inbox, to pitch yourself. But don't just go and say, oh, I'm in UK and I want to come to Canada, I might saw your name. Or no, you have already lost that person. You have to go professionally. But as professional as you are going, make it streamlined to your personality. Let them see that this is the candidate we are looking for. So you guys can see that there's no big deal. No big deal like that. Okay, somebody listed Indeed. Yes, Indeed.ca. Yes, somebody dropped a voice note for me this morning that she's already seen them. That is to tell you people that the Yorubas will say those that go early to the stream will fetch like the purest of the water from the stream. You want to go now. You want to start your applications now, okay? That these people are just resuming. I remembered 2024, I got my visa, my Canada visa. I got my visa with that of my family. I got mine in October, I think first week of November. My husband also got in October. So by the time it was December, I'd already started, when I started hearing that, oh, something close to the pathway that I came down, or that I got visa for, was coming. I started creating content. If you're on Instagram and you go like scroll to my 2024 post towards November, December, you will see that I started talking about RCIP. Not now. I've been talking about RCIP for long. And the good news is the few people that caught that those live stream, I went like, okay, did I go live? No, I didn't go live then for RCIP in 2024. But I was creating series of content about it on Instagram. It was 2025 I started going live about it. I have somebody said, God bless you. God bless you. Somebody said, true, you did. Thank you very much for confirming that. Now, I have few people that picked it up when I started, just the way I'm talking to you people now. I've been preaching the same message all the while. The same way I said it, few people picked it up, and yes, the few people that picked it up, I have few of them in Canada already. That's just what I want to tell you people. These few things I'm telling you now that looks as if, oh, is this all she wants to tell us? Those were the things they took. They ran with it. And I have some of them in Canada. We get in touch. They get in touch with me. In fact, most of them, when they got it, oh, please, that thing you said, oh, hey, this, I got an employer in so place, blah, blah, blah. So the difference is clear between those that will take action and those that would be like, okay, and don't just apply to one community and come to my DM and tell me that, I got unfortunately. In one community, let's take for healthcare, for example, because during my research, I found out that across boards, across all, I found that some of the Nigerian licensed foreign recruiters have agencies in Lagos. Oh, I can't read that again, okay? Anyway, whatever you want to do with RCIP, please, 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 and please. I know that agents want to milk people dry, but everything you need, I am telling you, is on the government website. Is on the government website. All you need is for you to be able to navigate. And the stories I've told you now, okay? The stories I've told you now, they are just all you need. In Nigeria, yes, in Nigeria, go to the government website. You can access Canadian website from anywhere. Your internet is all you need. Okay, Canada.ca. You can access it anywhere in the world. So even if you want to use a licensed immigration person, make sure that you yourself, you have done part of the job. Okay, make sure you have done part of the job. And if you get to the stage where you want to use a licensed person, don't leave your application 100% to any agent or any licensed immigration person. Make sure you are following it back to back. Nobody is going to put in an application exactly the way you will put it, because you are the one that knows the peculiarity of your own situation. Okay, so let's say you get to the visa stage and they are writing your letter of explanation, your LOE. Make sure you also impute. Don't leave everything to the agent, leave everything to the licensed immigration person. No, make sure that you are also involved. Why do you think I can speak to these things like this? Because I did mine. Let's say 98% of my application, I did it myself. I still tell people I use licensed immigration officer to submit. Okay, licensed recruiters in Lagos offers PR processing for a fee. Would you advise engage them? If they are licensed, go and check online. If they are licensed, why not? I tell people I'm not licensed. I'm not a licensed immigration consultant. Okay, all I do is I share these things because I know you can do it yourself. Okay, the disclaimer is there on my YouTube, is there on my Instagram, everywhere you go is there. But I'm telling you that even before you approach any agent or any recruiter or whatever, make sure you yourself, you have done half of the job. That will give you a better result than you just putting everything in the hand of an agent. Especially, let's say, an agent that has not even traveled to Canada and know the peculiarity of how things are happening. So you want to be very you want to hold your application very well. Okay, so the hardest part of this is what I've told us today. Okay, in the UK is tonight. In my side here, it is 2 minutes to 12. Yeah, I'm just getting to afternoon. So I promised, I'm going to keep my promise. I promised that I'm going to list some of the I'm going to list some of the rural communities that have resumed. So you want to get your pen. I'm not that kind of person that form intonations. Okay, so anyhow I pronounce it, just pick your pen, write what you need to write. Don't look for, oh, she has left Nigeria since 2022 and she's not yet having the phone. No, I don't have the phone and it's not part of my plan to form it. Okay, so I'm going to call it, write it, and go and do your research. The very first one is Pictou County in Nova Scotia. In fact, today 17th of February, their designated employers are having, somebody say God abeg o. Me, I mean, I'm real. If you know me very well, some of you know me from Instagram. I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to impress anybody. Okay, your own is speak. We are speaking. We dey speak our English. Okay, right. Carry your biro. Write wetin you wan write. I'm addressing my Nigerian people. Write wetin you wan write. I no go call the one where I go bite my mouth. Okay, so that's it. The next one is in Ontario, and that's the North Bay. Okay, they are also among them. They've resumed. Thunder Bay. Somebody says she's very real. Thank you very much. Thunder Bay has also resumed. I'm giving you the nine of the 14 communities have resumed. So you want to give yourself that assignment. Sante Marie, that one, I don't know if I pronounce it very well. But anyway, you know what I want to say. They are also in Ontario. Timmins, okay? Okay, Timmins region, Ontario. This particular region is doing RCIP and FCIP. There's also FCIP, is the French Community Immigration Pilot. So those of you that can speak French, you did French in your BSc and you have evaluated your TEF. Don't even go and struggle with other people. Just target the people that are doing oh, can you help us spell the first one? PIC PICTOUT TOU. Okay, I might put it on Instagram too. I might put it on Instagram. So you just the last one, T means TIMMINS. Okay, so don't worry, I'll find time to put it on Instagram. But make sure that when I put it, or I put it in the comment section of this live, okay? Sudbury is also in Ontario. Okay. Brandon is in Manitoba. Then my own, the city, the province I am, North Okanagan, they are also participating and they have resumed. Clairshon, Alberta. I don't know if I pronounce it well. Just catch it. I'm going to put it on in the comment section, okay? And I was planning I'm not going to leave this live because I know I must have made one or two mistakes pronouncing, but see, this life, let's learn to be real, okay? So pick what you want to pick from this life and leave whatever mistake that you um whatever mistake you must have found in it, and you are good to go. So I'll create a post listing the 9 communities. Either you find it on YouTube or you find it on Instagram. Okay, you find it somewhere today. Am I promising today? Okay, you guys are going to sleep in the UK and Nigeria, but this is money for me. Somebody say, I'm an electrician with 7 years of work experience. I need clarification as regard the certification evaluation. Good. For those of you that have just WAEC, don't beat yourself to it. RCIP needs an equivalent of Canadian high school, and the equivalent of Nigerian or West African high school to Canada is just your secondary school certificate. So take your WAEC, take your NECO, go to WAEC office, go to NECO office, go and tell them you want to evaluate that result. Okay? Tell them you want to evaluate that result. They are going to put you through. Okay? They will put you through. So for those of you that have ND, HND, and the likes, okay, those ones, you know, you go to the West website. I have the West website on my Instagram page. You want to click, and maybe one of these days I can make a video on how to evaluate your results on West. Okay, I have HND, but in tourism management. How many years of experience do you have, this person that is talking now? Because one thing RCIP is looking for is you to have you must have 1 year full experience, okay? Not part-time, full time experience in 1 year in the past 3 years. So if you have a certificate in tourism, okay, but you have been working as maybe healthcare or an electrician for the past 3-4 years, they are after your work experience. Let me use myself as example. My BSc, somebody greeted me, greatest Laduka is here. It means the person knows me from my university days, okay? I'm sure the person knows me from university. I graduated with a BTech in food science, okay? And in the UK, I did an MSc in project management. And I've had years of experience in healthcare. And what did I present? Which job did I look for in RNIP? I looked for healthcare because that is where I have the longer, years of experience that I can present. So you want to look at that. You are an electrician. You have your 3 years. Why I'm mentioning 3 years is because I don't want to go deep again. You see this, all the eligibility criteria that they've asked you for, they are going to place you in a pool, okay? And this is one secret that most people don't know. But because I have done this before, they are going to place you in a pool, and this pool that they are going to place you, they are also going to rank you in that pool. What am I trying to say? Let's say they want to rank your certificate now. For somebody that has a master's and a PhD, your score will be more than somebody that is evaluating WAEC. Both of you can apply for RCIP. There's no problem. But there's a ranking system also, okay, with RCIP. And that is one silent thing that most people don't know. So if you have your BSc, make sure you're evaluating the BSc. Okay, the highest education you have, evaluate it. Then your what do they call it, your work experience is also going to have a score in the ranking system, but they are not ranking it as high as they would rank the express entry pathway. That's the difference. Okay, that's the difference. But there's also a ranking and there's a score. It is when you now get that cutoff mark that they are able to, moving on to the recommendation stage, which is when you get to recommendation stage, welcome to Canada. I'm telling you, especially if you put in the right visa. Okay, so that is what I'm going to tell you this morning. I hope I'm not missing out on any vital information, because I promised myself this is my very first live on YouTube. I'm going to give it all out. Like, I give it to you, run with it, and I have law as my first degree, but switched to education with PGD in educational administration. So my question now, before this thing disappeared, is you have law as your education. Very beautiful. You have been working in the education sector for how many years? Can this person respond so I can wrap up with your answer to your own question? How many years have you been working in the education sector? I'll use your question to wrap up. Over 10 years. Come on. Just get to RCIP. You have all it takes. Go and do your test of English. Evaluate that your law certificate with Wes. You have 10 years experience. Canada is looking for you. And I want to tell those of you here on this live, healthcare, early child education, Canada is looking for you. With my full chest, I'm telling you that Canada is looking for you. Why? Every day, people are coming into Canada. People are coming into Canada. People are coming into Canada. They are coming with their families. Most of them are newly married couple. They are betting, they are giving birth. The society is expanding. They need people to take care of children. So if you are looking for, okay, oh, what course? Let me say you are just joining me, you are not even prepared, and you are looking at, oh, what course can actually give me PR coming to Canada? Early childhood education, don't play with it. Healthcare, don't play with it. I will say tech, but tech, when you come in, people disagree with this, but no problem. I'm telling you that the first two, like top on their list, healthcare, I keep telling people, and that education sector. So you want to look into that, especially those of you watching me that you want to come to school in Canada. Don't go and choose one course that when you finish you might have to go back home, God forbid. But if God will forbid, you must also do the right thing. Don't come and do political science. Do your political science. Let's say you are in Nigeria, do it back home. You are coming here because something they pursue you, now make you they come. So you don't want to come with political science, okay? Because this is not to talk down on any course. Please, those watching later or watching now, don't take this as me saying one course is bad before I go and find myself on one blog and they say one person said this, one person said that. I'm trying to tell you that when you are going to a particular country, make sure you research the job in demand in that country, and make sure that whatever course you want to go and read, I've switched over to the study route now. Whatever course you want to go and read, let it be a course in demand in that country. Okay, don't just go and read because you want to go to school. Don't just say, oh, I want to go to okay, I love Canada, I want to go to school, I want to go and see snow. Okay, if you are actually for relocation, to change your life, to thrive and all that, go for a course that is in demand in that province or in that country. New Zealand and UK, every country you want to go to, make sure that That course is one of the courses they are looking for in that country. So in the absence of question, I think I've been able to break down RCIP, that even if a 10-year-old should watch this my um first live stream, not so perfect, I know it's not so perfect, it's my very first live stream on YouTube. In fact, it's my very first video that you will see my face and all that on YouTube. My YouTube, I've been using it to play, but a lot of you have asked me to come to YouTube, so you will see me once in a while on YouTube. So I've broken it down such that a 10-year-old that will watch the replay, or if there's a 10-year-old here right now, should be able to understand. Why am I saying this? My kids watch me do this live every day. They watch people call me, I talk about it. And I sat them down, I asked them, can you talk about RCIP? And I'm telling you, yours truly, if my kids were home right now, they will break RCIP down for you. Okay? That is to tell you, it's at the tip of my fingers. And I've told you, you can do it yourself. Don't let anybody scam you, unless probably you have a lot of money and you are looking for where to put it. But I want to tell you that you can do these things yourself. Everything you need is on the Canadian government website, and I've also put it out to you guys that this is how to navigate the website. So looking at the time now, we've spent exactly 1 hour, and I think I've tried for my very first time on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Drum rolls, drum rolls. Anyway, I'm not going to be editing this. It's going to be as raw as it is. Okay? So share my channel. Let's grow quick, and I'll bring more topics. Okay? RCIP is not the only way to come to Canada. For your information, there are other simpler method. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. This was informative. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Please share to people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. We are wrapping it up. One of these days, we'll come and talk about the express entry pool. We talk about age. People think their age is a problem. Your age is not a problem. For those of you that are close to me, you know my age, and I'm here. I got my PR. So all those people discouraging you, I'm here to tell you that it's doable. Okay? If it's WAEC you have, it's doable. If you're in your 40s, it's doable. If your IELTS, your self-PIP scores at least reach 4, there's a way. There are pathways that are not looking for, big things. So let's call it a day. Thank you, all of you, for joining me. It will be in history that you guys were my very first audience, and I'm grateful. If you ask question in the comment section on Instagram, I think I'll give you guys priority to answer. So when you ask question on my Instagram post, let me know that you were on my live stream or you watch from YouTube, and I'll give you priority. Thank you very much. I remain Tony Owade. See you next time. Bye.